Hey everybody, it's Overkill here with the 1400 subscribers Q&A. Yes, we finally hit 1400 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and who has helped out the channel. You guys are awesome, and now we are going to do this Q&A. So starting off strong, we have, I'm very sorry, I don't know what your name is. I can't read that. Someone commented saying nice to see other Israelis, so I assume it's Hebrew or something. Sorry, I can't read that. But what faction would you like to play as when Warhammer comes out? So, some people know and some people don't. I collect the models for all 5 of the factions that are going to be in Total War Warhammer, so I want to play all of them, and I'm going to play all of them. But if I had to choose one, I would probably say Vampire Counts. They are my favorite out of the 5. Maybe Greenskins. I don't know. Greenskins and Vampire Counts are kind of tied, but I'd probably say Vampire Counts more. So yeah, Vampire Counts are my number 1. The next one by Carson Strider, I don't know. If you could have any sort of Total War game, what would it be? Thankfully, I'm getting the Total War game that I want, and that's Warhammer. Ever since I first started playing Total War, because I got into Warhammer before I played Total War, I've always wanted a Warhammer game, and now it's finally happening. But if I had to be original and say something new, what would I say? The thing is, the points in history that interest me most have already either been done or can't be in Total War, like World War II. We're not going to see that as a Total War game. If I had to say any sort of Total War game, I mean, like, if it could be done, World War II, okay, I guess. But I know that's not going to happen, so I guess maybe if I had to choose a new game, I'd say like Empire 2 or something. I don't know. Thank you for your question, though. Then we have the next one by Pendar Pak Ku. If you could be the faction leader of any Total War game besides Warhammer, which one would it be? Oh gosh, the faction leader of any Total War game besides Warhammer. Like, do you mean faction specific or game specific? Because you say besides Warhammer. If I was going to say game specific, I'd say Rome 2, just because, you know, I like that time period. I'd like to be a faction leader back then. If I had to be faction specific, I'd again probably say Rome or something. Being an emperor would be pretty cool, or even a part of a republic, or whatever. Thoughts on Iran now and the Persian Empire? I don't know anything about the Middle East now. Basically, whatever I see, like, here on the news or something, that's all I really hear. And the Persian Empire is cool, I guess. Again, not my strong point of history is the ancient Persian Empire and stuff like that. So, rather be SS or ISIS. Now, I did say keep away from saying possibly offensive things. Now, I know to most people that's probably not offensive, but ISIS and SS, I don't really need to answer that. I don't want to be either of them because they're both shit. But if I had to choose one, I guess the SS are cooler. Not to be. I'm not saying that at all. But SS World War II. I love the SS uniforms and stuff. ISIS can go fuck itself. That's stupid. Favorite empire in history would be the Roman Empire. I'm pretty dull when it comes to that. And fave faction in Star Wars. I actually gotta say the Galactic Empire. I like the Empire a lot. Stormtroopers are awesome, and yeah, just the Empire. The New Order is cool too, but that's basically Empire 2.0. So next, Zingri. I'm really sorry, Jingri Zhu. I'm very sorry, Zingri. I don't know. I'm very sorry. Hello, I am a new Total War player. I really want to know how the Huns can fight against the German spear infantry. I am playing as Huns now. They spearmen have good defense for Huns arrows. Even if I kill their general, they still won't turn white. How can you can you give me some advice? I'm definitely not a master of Attila, and I mean, this isn't really a Q&A question, I guess, but oh, what do I say? Good defense for Huns arrows. Well, if you can kill their general, I know I think they're disciplined. So basically, if all that's left is their spears, use flaming shot and whistling shot at the same time, and it's probably pretty much guaranteed to like break anybody's spirits. If you have like lancers and archers left, shoot flaming and whistling shot at the spears, and then charge in with a shock cav or something, and you should be able to break them, even regardless if they have discipline or not. I'm not sure. I don't play the Huns, especially against German factions, so my stuff might be a bit flawed. So I'm sorry, but thank you for your question. Fish, hey Fish, will you be doing a Rome 2 multiplayer campaign? Maybe. are any game multiplayer campaigns? Yes, I'm doing an Attila one with Haxo right now. That I think we started that after I made this video, so, or not this video, but made the Q&A announcement. Oh yeah, and could I also have your address and directions to your bedroom once inside your house? Yeah, it's 10 Walton Street on Go Fuck Yourself Lane. Just joking, fish. I love you. So next we have War Eagle. Why did you start YouTube? All right, getting into some story time with Overkill here. So basically, I started YouTube in March. Well, I made the channel in March of last year, 2015. And I didn't make my first video until April. But basically, I made the channel so I could start getting subscribed to people and stuff, watch some videos. And then I made my first one in April. I think it was like the 2nd or something like that. I started the Langobards campaign. And why I started YouTube was I was having a really hard time in college. I don't know why. Everything was going great. I had lots of friends. I was with my current girlfriend. Everything was good, but I just didn't feel good. I won't go into detail, of course. Maybe that would be for a video later on or something, but I just wasn't happy with what was going on. Stress was a big thing. And sure, I could play games and stuff, but it just, like, sometimes even games would just make it worse. I would just get stressed depending on what I was playing. It would just add to it. But commentary changed that. And, like, I always talk to myself a lot when I play stuff. Like, I'll be, like, mumbling to myself. Like, if I was playing Total War before I started the channel, I'd be like, okay, so what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to do this. We're going to build this building. And so, like, I just mumble it under my breath. So commentary kind of came easy to me. I also used to make videos on a very old channel about models and stuff, so I don't know how to speak on camera, we'll say. I guess I kind of do now, after months. But I wasn't like just someone who picked up a friggin' recorder on the internet and was like, today, like, I still do mumble and stutter and stuff, but I don't even know if I can help it. I don't think I have a stutter, but sometimes it's really difficult to say stuff. And you can imagine it's a little bit worse in person. I say a lot, especially when I'm talking to people, and it's a bit of a shame. But anyway, that's why I started YouTube, basically to get stuff off my mind, and just to make my life a little bit better in general. What is the best thing that has ever happened to you? Well, there's 3 things. I can't choose. Well, actually, yes. Okay, meeting my girlfriend and getting with her is the best thing that's happened to me. I can't compare that to the other 2, but there are 2 other big things that I do want to say. And of course, meeting my girlfriend, being with her is the best thing that has happened to me. She makes my life amazing. But the next thing is starting YouTube in general. To go on to your first question, it has completely changed my life. It's for the better, of course. And it's just made everything so much better than it was. And then the third would be when I got to go to LA with the Arena launch event, which was amazing. Thank you, Creative Assembly and ESL, for inviting me and giving me lots of tasty food and letting me play Arena with some great people. Because now I've become friends with the people that I've dreamed about, like even just talking to, people like Warrior of Sparta and Lionheart and Oakley and all that stuff. Like all those people that I've watched for months and years in some cases. I got to meet, and I actually play games with them now. So there you go. Your third question, favorite game of all time. I don't want to take this on forever, but favorite game of all time. What would I say my favorite game of all time is? I don't really even know, because there's not one game that I can say, like, I just play it forever. Oh gosh, that's a good question, and I really don't know. I really don't know. That's a hard question, War Eagle. Gosh, I read this when you first posted it, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But I really don't know. I'm really sorry that I can't answer that. I can say my favorite game series is Total War, but none of them are. I don't know. I can't say anything's my favorite game. I'm sorry about that. And what do you think about War Eagle? I think he's a cunt. No, I'm just joking. I love you, War Eagle. Keep up your great videos. I like your Shadow of Mordor series that you're doing now. Keep it up. That was a bit sloppy. But Damon Bolton, who's the person you want to face on Total War the most? Me included. Yeah, Damien. Who do I want to face? I had this in my head when I read your question. Who was I gonna say? Oh, there we go. Actually, now I know. I've played games with Lionheart. I've played games with Prince of Macedon. I really, really, really want to face Heir of Carthage. I'd get my ass kicked because he's awesome, and he knows multiplayer way more than most people I've ever way more than I'll ever know. But yes, that's who I want to play the most right now. I want to do something with Heir of Carthage, just to complete my Total War YouTuber triumvirate, basically, that I've done stuff with. But yeah, thank you for your question. Moving on to Haxo. What is your favorite non-Total War game? Again, with the favorite games, I don't know. What's something I really like that wasn't Total War? Oh gosh, I guess I have to say Mountain Blade because that's the game I have the most hours on. But I don't really play it much anymore, so I guess we'll say Mountain Blade. But yeah, and then what is your favorite Total War game? Now, you know this, Haxo, but I guess you just want it to be in the video. Rome 2 is officially my favorite Total War game, due to the setting, which is ancient Rome, or just ancient history in general, and the fact that it's just the best in my opinion with the mechanics and how it works and stuff. A close second is Shogun 2, and for a while it was my favorite until I started doing more series on YouTube and stuff. Rome 2 took the spot. But yeah. What Warhammer faction do you love the most? I guess because I said earlier vampire counts, they're kind of my favorite, but I love orcs. I love the Empire. I love dwarfs. I love chaos. I love Warhammer, basically. What Warhammer faction are you the most hyped for? All of them? Is that an option? Are you the most? I can't say most. I guess the least excited for is probably the 3 elf factions: Wood Elves, High Elves, and Dark Elves. I don't care much for the elves. I think they're all cool, but I've never played them. I've never played against them, except for Wood Elves. My girlfriend owns Wood Elf models, but I can't. Is Haxo going to wreck you in a head-to-head campaign when we eventually, in 5 decades, finish the co-op? Yes, you are, probably. Will you do a vlog of you assembling your sexy new PC? Well, I took a video of all my parts. I haven't uploaded it, but I was kind of focusing on talking with my parents the whole time while I was just like following a tutorial and putting the parts in, so I didn't really take any videos of it. Sorry. But yeah, I apologize. I might put up just a little clip of, actually, well, it's pointless now. I've had the computer for like a week, so never mind. I guess not. I'm sorry. Would you ever visit England and meet up with fellow YouTubers? Of course I'd go to England if I could. Right now I don't have money for that. Maybe someday Arena will be able to go to an event, Haxo. Maybe we'll both get invited to an Arena event. That would be awesome. With how much influence you have on Arena, or well, how much of a community member you are for Arena, I would imagine the next time they do an event, you'll be invited. That would be awesome. Meeting you in person would be excellent. Thank you for your questions, of course. So now we're moving on to Dragonheart. Who would you rather bed, me or Rexasaur? Can't I have both? Please? How can I choose that? Live with one testicle or never wear shoes ever again. Depends on how the other one is removed. I don't really care about living with one. If I had to live with none, I'd be a little upset, but I'd rather take one out than never wear shoes again. But I don't know. YouTuber you'd like to bitch slap the most? Who would I bitch slap the most? I don't know. I don't really want to say anybody because no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna bitch slap anybody. Wink, wink. Even though there are people, but I won't say that here. What do you like the most about me? How sexy you are, Dragonheart. I don't know. I like your energy and your accent. Welsh is very, well, it's not unique, I guess, to anybody that's from Wales, but I haven't heard many people speak Welsh or have the Welsh accent, so very unique, and I like that about you. And finally, your favorite sexual position, the dragon. You know what I mean? Of course you do. All the best. Love you so much, my little token foreign friend. Thank you, Dragonheart. Your comment is greatly appreciated. So yes, and then we have Byzantine Latinicon, who said, "Do you like?" And I was like, "Do I like what?" And he said, "Sorry, I missed a word. Do you like me?" Byzantine, you're awesome. We've played quite a bit of Arena before, and yeah, it's always fun to play Arena with people like you and the viewers and stuff. So yes, I do like you, I suppose. Oh, thank you for your question. We have Lord Rexasaur. Favorite unit in Warhammer Fantasy Battles? Oh my god. What is my favorite unit? Oh my. Well, I guess I could say from a standpoint, it's gonna come down between dwarfs and vampire counts. Vampire counts is zombies. If you watch my collection video, you know I have like 80 zombies. Not all of them I showed in the video, but there's a bunch of them that aren't even put together. And yeah, I have like 80 of them, and it's funny watching people trying to cut through tar pits of them, and it's going to be quite interesting to see them in Total War Warhammer. Then he says favorite unit in Warhammer 40k. That one's a lot easier. Oh, also I didn't even say the dwarf one. I said it's between the dwarfs and the vampire counts. My dwarfs are Iron Breakers. I love Iron Breakers, how armored they are, and they're badass. But favorite unit Warhammer 40k, that's a lot easier. Conscripts for Imperial Guard, because you can have a squad of 50 of them in a game where the average is 10 men per unit, and you can have 50 conscripts. I like that. Then you can throw in a commissar who shoots a few people to make them not break and stuff. And in the old edition, you used to be able to bring on, if you brought a certain character, every time that unit was destroyed, you'd be able to bring on a new one, and a new one, and a new one, and a new one. But now they took that out, so they're kind of useless now, but whatever. Your third question, top 3 YouTube channels you watch. The top 3. Now, anybody that isn't mentioned, of course, don't take offense to this, but I would have to say Lionheart is the number 1. I do certainly watch the most of him, but I watch a lot of YouTube. Like, a lot of people who do YouTube say, like, they're subscribed to everybody, but they don't watch stuff. But I do. In my spare time, that's pretty much what I do, is watch YouTube videos. Lionheart is definitely the number 1. I watch pretty much every single one of his videos. Next would be Pixelated Apollo. Probably I love his online stuff. And who would be my third? Who do I watch the third most? I'll just have to say it's a tie between you and Dragonheart and Haxo, and like pretty much that our whole friend group, Rexasaur. I watch all of you equally. There is no top 3. There is no like third spot between all of you. Who was your girlfriend/partner, and how did you meet? I don't really know what you mean by that and how to answer it. Obviously I'm not going to give out like specifics, but Rexasaur, by now you know on Twitter who she is, the secret Overkill secret girlfriend, all that stuff. But yeah, and we met. Oh jeez. We didn't really. It's not like the classical like, oh, met in the supermarket in the meat section and hit off from there. We've known each other since we were both kids, pretty much, and we've been friends for a long time, and it just went on from there, basically. So how did we meet? I guess it must have been like a trip that we were on for school or something, or I'm not quite sure, but either way, and we met and we became friends, and then it led from there. One thing led to another, you know, that stuff. Favorite YouTube series? I don't know. I'm not good at the whole favorite thing. I don't have favorite okay, never mind. The only thing that I'm good at is favorite music. But that we didn't get a question about that apparently, so that's a bit upsetting. But my favorite YouTube series, I guess what I watch the most is Lionheart's Maratha series, and I've been watching a lot of Heir of Carthage's Austria campaign as well. So I guess those two right now. I don't know. Favorite actor and actress. Let me look this up real quickly. Because she's my favorite actress, but I can't remember who she is. Or what her actor's name is. Catherine Winnick, there we go. She plays Lagerda on Vikings. And I love Vikings. So if I had to choose a girl actress, whatever, I guess I would say her, because I'm not big on, being like, oh, actresses are so hot. But I would say her. Because Lagerda's an awesome character, and Vikings is an awesome show, so, yeah. And my favorite actor, like, the whole favorites thing is really hard, because I like a lot of stuff. I would say it would have to come down between, like, Mark Hamill, Liam Neeson, Russell Crowe. There's a lot of people, basically. You get the idea, but pretty much those people. Who would you like to go on a holiday with most out of the Warcast? Lionheart, I would say. Yeah, but I don't know how I could say that, because like I've met all of them. Obviously, when I went to LA, I got to meet Lionheart and Alex and Warrior Sparta, and they're all amazing. Warrior Sparta is probably like one of the funniest guys I've ever met. He was always behind people doing random things. Like he'd go up behind random people and start like dancing behind them, and then like look away if they tried to turn around and stuff. And I don't know. Maybe it was Warrior Sparta then I'd like to go on holiday with most. I don't know. They're all great guys, and I can't wait to hopefully get to see them again in person. That would be quite nice. Mountains or forests? Forests? Forests are pretty cool. I don't like bugs, though, so maybe mountains. I don't know. Card games or board games? Board games, definitely. I don't like card games at all. I like having physical things like, well, I guess Warhammer's not a board game, it's a tabletop game, but whatever, you know. I like having all the actual boards and pieces and stuff. I'm not a big card guy. And your favorite dinosaur? The Rexosaur, of course. Who doesn't like a good Rexosaur? Thank you for your comments, Rexosaur. You're awesome. Then we have Little Blue Productions. Are you Australian? I don't think so. I live on the other side of the world from Australia, so I'll just say no. I don't think I'm Australian, but thank you for your comment anyway. Then we have Morgan Best. Are you still as big of a Star Wars fan as you were when younger? I know Morgan Best in person. I know who he is from when I used to live in Ontario. And I would say it's not the same as if when I was a kid. I like it probably more than when I was a kid, honestly. But it's not the same because I'm not obsessed with it like a kid would be. I really like it. But yeah, I have more of an appreciation for the movies now, knowing like how directors work and producing stuff and all that. Well, bleh, whatever. Like it's not like back when you were a kid and you're like, oh, I need every single toy of this. I need everything for Star Wars. Now it's just like, it's just a movie. You like movies. It's stuff like that. So I would say yes, I'm bigger of a fan of Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars nerd kind of, but it's not the same. So I guess yes, no. But yeah, that is all of our questions. Thank you to everybody who put in questions. They're much appreciated, and hopefully you got a little bit of enjoyment out of figuring out stuff about me. So I guess we'll just also add in some extra questions. If you watch this long, now you get to learn something about me, or some things about me rather that people didn't ask. My real name is Ryan. I'm 19 years old. I'm Canadian, to answer your question, Little Blue. No, I'm not Australian. I'm Canadian. I love history. My favorite genre of music is metal. My favorite band is Sabaton because history and metal go together very well, and it's awesome. I like cats. I have 2 cats. And yeah, I guess also my computer specs. I have an i5-4690K processor. I have a GTX 970 superclock, or maybe did I skip out on the superclock? I don't know. Whatever it is, and 16 gigabytes of RAM, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's me. You know everything about me now. Lovely. But yeah, guys, this has been Overkill as always, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.